Hello everyone, I am Alem and this video is a tutorial on how to create your first case at Rogue Instincts. We will start by going to play. And then create new case. This is our edit panel. As you can see, our workspace already contains two tiles, initialization and final tiles. These tiles act as beginning and ending respectively for our case. There are two more tiles, story and crime scene, which can be created from options provided on left panel. Each of these tiles can be connected by dragging joiner from one node to another. Remember, there must be at least one path from initialization node to finish node for our case to be complete. As you can see, crime scene tile does not have right node. It is because crime scene tiles can act as dummy ending, or you can click on add option to create multiple routes. We will be creating only two routes for now and join them to different endings. So we have completed outline for our case and are ready to move next step. Double-clicking on any tile opens scene designing panel of that tile. Let's start by customizing our first tile. First option in design panel is to change title and description. It provides information about current scene to players of this case. You can change them to anything you want or leave them blank if you want. Make sure to click on Change button. Now we will design scene by adding objects into it. There are various categories of objects you can add. I am going to select a main character who will be greeting the players of our case. Drag any figure suitable to your requirement and resize it. You can see object properties corresponding to the object selected on right panel. We will select one of the other looks and change orientation with Shift key pressed. You can always toggle between undo and redo or use Ctrl-Z and Ctrl-Y for keyboard shortcuts. Now let's add a talking bubble and text from text option. I will change the message to some greeting and place it within talk bubble. Now go back and do same for story tile. Design panel for all three initialization, story, and final tiles provides same functionality. I will explain few options of object properties here. Let's add a happy place to the scene. To it, add Maddie and Aisha. Resize and place them aside in free space as if they are having some conversation. We'll also add a mobile prop and put it on ground as if she dropped it by mistake. Let's look into object properties. We can change relative position of objects to bring them forward or backward in steps. Or we could use front and back options to bring object to front or back in one go. Applying tint is a way to adjust character's appearance according to scene background. For instance, our scene requires a bit shade to characters. Just select the character and click the checkbox to apply tint. You can change color and adjust amount of tint according to scene demand. Next option that we are going to review is tag property. While creating a case, we wouldn't want to display everything for easy access. There are more options to hide clues in crime scene tile. But tag property is very effective one. It changes the behavior of object to a button, clicking on which will display our text to player as clue. I will add a tag to mobile, saying that it belongs to Maddie. The last option of object property is to reset and delete objects from scene if they become unnecessary to scene. So that completes our story scene. Moving forward to crime scene tile, we find two more new options, adding source to scene and adding quest and answer. As the name of tile suggests, it is here that we ask player to solve the mystery. Let's quickly change title and description and add Maddie to scene with an emotional anxiety. Click on Add Quest and Solution and add a question which we will be asked to player before he moves forward. We add multiple answers to the question. If you remember, we had added two options to crime scene tile. These answers are same options with route written on them. Let's change their text. We also have an option to either display these answers along with question or not. We check this option for now. Next, click on Add Source to Crime Scene. It is where we add sources of clues which can change course of the mystery. Let's add map source and click Edit. Add a location and select it. Change title to Garden, weather to rainy, and add some description. Click on Save and Close. This connects dots as of why it is raining will justify to be correct answer because it is happening at very place she forgot her mobile phone. Let's wrap up by adding some finishing cheers to finishing tile. So I have added concluding remarks to both ending tiles, one being dummy. Also I have given a proper episode name and description. You can see an option with capital C on story and crime scene tile. It is copy symbol which creates duplicate on whole tile in case you need to recreate same scene. You can delete tile by pressing cross mark option on it. It's about time for checking compiler board. Once you are done with your case file, you can save it by clicking Save button or pressing Ctrl S. There is an option for automatic saving which saves your case every 2 minutes to the server. There are more options that you can have look at. Let's begin testing by pressing Test or Ctrl D. This is how our case would look like to players. Check out how to solve case tutorial for getting to know more about how to solve case. Thank you for watching.